What is going on, everyone? My name is Peter and we're back again for another daily video. Today I wanted to talk about cardio. Now, that word may strike fear into the heart of many a gym bro, but take my word for it, it's really not as scary as you may think. People think that cardio is going to kill your gains, but the truth is, it's really not. You know, we have all these jokes like cardio no, haha, is that Spanish? No, it's not. Cardiovascular exercise, aerobic exercise is vital for you as a human being to function in the world we live in today. Not just in the world we live in today, but it has been since we ever became human, since we were monkeys. Sorry, but yeah. So we've needed it to survive because as humans, you know, we're biped organisms and we're actually the most cardiovascularly fit species I think that exists today or has existed. I'm not sure if there's any that are superior to us, because when we were hunter gatherers, what we used to do we would you know, I may sound like I actually was there, but of course I wasn't, but we used to hunt down our animals and chase them down until they would reach the point of exhaustion and collapse, and we as humans would still be standing there because we were so fit. So since we have this evolutionary trait to be able to last so long and run incredible distances, it would be a shame to really put that to waste as a result of you know, you're afraid of losing your gains, or you're afraid to look small, or something so insignificant as that, when really it's not the case when you look at it objectively. Because yes, cardio burns calories, of course, no one's denying that, okay? And if you start doing a lot of cardio and you continue to eat the same amount of food, if your intake stays the same but your expenditure through extra cardio goes up, yes, you're going to lose weight and you may lose muscle. No one's denying that, okay? But that's the wrong way to go about it. What you should really be doing, and what I think everyone should, is implementing cardio into your program. Yes, so you're going to have to start eating more, okay? So that might be good news to a lot of you, but if you want to do cardio and you don't want to lose your gains and you still want to get big and jacked, all that good stuff, you just have to eat more food, okay? So to compensate the increase in expenditure, you're going to have to increase your intake to balance it out, or ensure that you do get in that calorie surplus to gain weight and hopefully muscle. If you're trying to lose fat, if you're trying to cut up for the summer, you know, cardio can be a great tool to help you achieve a calorie deficit and achieve fat loss. You know, I don't think cardio isn't the best way to get lean if your diet isn't on point. It's recommended to clean up your diet and reduce your calories through your intake, as opposed to just increasing your cardio. If your cardio is low, and I'm just talking about walking, running, everything, not, it doesn't have to be you know, running on a treadmill or going on a rowing machine. Cardio is just exercise throughout the day, walking upstairs, like, that's how low it starts and it branches out from there. So yes, of course, with cardio there's a point of diminishing returns if you're trying to use it for weight loss, because you can only do so much, really, and that's what a lot of people find themselves in. They dig themselves into a hole where they're achieving a calorie deficit through means by increasing their cardio. So they're going on runs for an hour, 2 hours every day, and if they want to lose more weight, then they have to go run further and further, and this has a whole host of negative effects at that extreme. But for a lot of people, we're not doing that much cardio, so that's not a problem. But I'm just using that as an example, because another thing that happens when you increase your cardio, and this is more prevalent when you do it excessively, is that your activity for the rest of the day decreases. So if you start going for a run in the mornings before work, say, if you do that, then what we tend to find in studies is that your activity for the rest of the day actually decreases, and this can often compensate for the exercise. So you're doing all this exercise, and you're not losing weight. You become frustrated. You think something's not right, but what actually might be happening is that your activity for the rest of the day decreases to match to match the calories burned earlier in the day. So instead of taking the stairs, you might go in the elevator. You might not move around as much in the day because you're more fatigued from the run. So that's just something to be aware of, and don't take this as a message not to do cardio. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. Okay, everyone should be doing some kind of cardio, whether that is walking. I think the vast majority of people can walk for 10, 15, 20 minutes. You can walk a lot, really, because it's so low impact and doesn't cost anything, doesn't require much mobility, flexibility, endurance. So everyone really can do walking, which is the great thing about it. And yeah, and then you've got another great option to do cardio is to like do a martial art or join start ballet or something like that, or start rowing, like something that's a useful skill, if you know what I mean, or can actually provide some sort of like value. Not to say that walking doesn't provide value, but you know what I mean. Like if you get your cardio from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, like that may come in handy someday, who knows. So that's a good idea as well. And for the rest of the guys who do like soccer, football, rugby, Gaelic, it's really not a problem for you because you're doing so much activity anyway. So if you are someone who does a lot of activity and you still find you're kind of overweight or you're not losing as much fat as you wanted to, then the answer is probably in your diet. So that's where you should look first. So you should really always clean up your diet before you try and add in tons of cardio, because the most benefit can be gained from reducing your calorie intake, and not just reducing your calorie intake, but eating a healthy whole foods diet. That's where the most benefit can be gained, because you could, if I'll just give you an example, you could avoid eating a muffin, say, and a muffin's got 400 calories. It's a big one, it's really, really good. You could say, I'm not going to eat that muffin, okay? So in one moment, in 10 seconds of contemplation, a thought, a no, a look away. It's hard, I know, but self-control and all that. So you you decide not to eat the muffin, okay? That takes 10 seconds. So how long would it take you to burn 400 calories by doing exercise? I don't know, maybe an hour of running. So that's just a random number. It could be higher or lower depending. So either you avoid eating the muffin, or you eat the muffin, and then you would in theory have to run that off later in the day, which I don't advise doing, because that instills negative eating habits where you're trying to eat everything and then do enough exercise to burn it off, and that really is not advised, and it's a bad path to go down, because it can get extreme, it can spiral out of control, which you don't want to do. So the best way to go about it is clean up your diet. Once you get the diet in check, add in some cardio, bare minimum walk every day for how long you've got time. If you don't have any time to work, a really busy guy, whatever, in your break, go for a walk, and maybe park further away from work, go for a walk to work, you know, add it up, get a Fitbit, or most smartphones now have like a health app that records your number of steps. So like a really good amount of steps is like 10,000 a day. I know maybe that's a lot for some of you guys, but if you're like walking, if you're on a day out and you're walking a lot, say like through a city, or like at Disneyland or something, like you will do a ton of steps, like way more than that. So it may seem like a lot, but it's really not. And yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a head up about cardio. It's not going to kill your gains. Cardio, you know, maybe if you're a marathon runner and you decide, okay, I'm going to start running 20 miles a day, yeah, it might kill your gains, okay, but no one is, most people are not running marathons, okay, so if you go for a jog for 5 miles, you're not going to ruin your gains. You just need to eat more food if you're trying to put on weight, muscle, and yeah, so, and if you do increase your cardiovascular capacity, you do increase your ability to carry oxygen around your body, that will improve your recovery time. So if you found, you know, you were gassed after a heavy squat and you needed 5 minutes to recover, like 5 minutes, that's a long time, say, well, if you got fitter, improve your aerobic endurance, you might find you only need 4 minutes or 3, who knows. So you're going to reduce your time in the gym, and when you do go back to the next set, you're going to feel more refreshed because your body can recover faster. So there's a ton of reasons to do cardio. Don't be put off just because you think you're going to lose your gains. Don't be silly, okay? Okay, so gonna let you guys go now. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Like the video, share it, show some love. Peace.